Nice.
Yeti coolers, nice, and on everything else that Yeti makes now. Gotta love those. Yeah, that was nice. We're your hosts. I'm Travis Kelce, my big brother Jason Kelce out of Cincinnati, University of Cincinnati, Cleveland Heights, Ohio, as most of you know. Cincinnati, football, hasn't been our year. These past 3 games really took a turn for the worse, boys. But yeah, we're bowl eligible, so go have some fun with the gang in whatever bowl you end up in.
What was your favorite non-big bowl game you went to? My favorite bowl, low key.
Which one?
Still to this day. You didn't get to go. No. International Bowl. It was in Toronto, Canada.
Well, yes, because you went to fucking Toronto.
We went to Toronto. I was still not 21, and the legal age for everything there was 18. And we just had a fucking blast.
It's real nice.
It was great.
What gifts you get at the old International Bowl?
I had a duffel bag that was leather that I had for forever. Ooh, I still might have it. It was a great
leather duffel bag.
Had a nice little maple leaf on the front of it.
Ooh, I do remember seeing that one. That one was bag.
Had a nice little maple leaf on the front of it.
Ooh, I do remember seeing that one. That one was what?
It was a good duffel. It was a good duffel.
Let's get back into what we're here for, and that's the podcast. I'm Travis Kelce. This is my big brother Jason Kelce out of Cleveland Heights, Ohio, like we already said, and this is my brother being a militia member.
That's right.
Jason got up to New England this past Monday.
Yeah, they taught me how to fire a musket. I don't think I actually got anything to come out of the muzzle. Like the pan definitely caught, which is where you put the gunpowder in.
Yeah.
And that clicked, but I didn't see anything come out the end. And the whole time Michelle was talking about how much recoil these guns had. And I fired it and I felt zero recoil. I'm like, this thing I don't think it fired. And everybody's like, no, it fired. I'm pretty sure it didn't fire.
This is hilarious.
I was so excited. I mean, I still was.
You're a little fucking stiff. Jesus.
Well, I was trying to be militaristic in my stance.
Is that a real word? Yeah, yours didn't fire.
Yeah, but if you look where the pan is by my face, like that's where the gunpowder is. That it catches the flint. So that ignited, but whatever was in the barrel didn't ignite. So I don't know what went wrong. I think this is probably pretty common with these older weapons. I think they misfired quite a bit.
Would hate to have that happen when you're in the line of fire.
No doubt. Fucking one of those daggone red coats across from you, and then you're trying to fucking put one right between his eyes. I don't know what I'm talking about. Trav, we need to go road bowling.
Road bowling.
So road bowling is a sport in Ireland. It's old as shit, where they take what used to be a cannonball. Now it's a 28-ounce piece of iron ball, and you roll it down the road. And the goal is to go past a line in the road in as few attempts and throws as possible. So kind of like golf.
I'm following.
And there's a lot of Irish guys that yell things that you don't really fully understand, but it's electric as fuck. And part of the game is betting. Like you don't play the game unless there's a stake put up. So everybody bets on the 2 teams that are bowling. And then you go out there and you just throw a fucking piece of metal down the road, and then it'll get lost in the leaves, and they bring out the magnets and they try and find it with the magnets.
Hilarious.
Dude, it was fucking a blast. It was so fun.
Were you a overhand thrower, underhand thrower, side armor?
Everybody throws underhand. It's probably too hard to throw overhand and do it accurately.
You just don't get the same spin. You want the spin to...
I think it's more that it's...
top spin. You don't want backspin.
I think if you saw the heaviness of this thing, you would understand why... There we go. That was a really shitty throw. It went
I was going to say that looked like
it wasn't good. It wasn't good. Right. This dude right here, Sean, he was my partner. Fucking awesome dude. Some of these guys like styles for throwing. Dude, watch this guy, Darren. Watch this. Dude, they get into it, man. Fucking full extension.
The crow hop into the skip,
bro. I got to get my form way better. It was not impressive.
Are you even a fucking athlete, Jason?
Dude, it was wet. It was slick. These guys are impressive.
You got to play off the ground. That was a better roll. You got your right hip through. That's a big part of it.
I won one of them and lost another one.
You won? You won of them? See,
I think they kind of rigged the second one. The guy, they put a guy up against me. I was like, okay, this guy's.
They put a child.
He might have went to the bar before we came out.
He's seeing a fork in the road. It's like, I don't know which way to throw this thing.
We went to. Dude, my guy Connie was down there. Every time you would throw it, and it was a good. I didn't know. The only way I knew whether it was good or bad was just with how much noise Connie was making. Every time it was a good throw, I'd be like, there you go, Lonnie. Like, it was fucking
hilarious.
It was electric, bro. I think that was half the reason the sport was fun. I don't even know if I want to go without Connie at this point.
Yeah, no, it sounds like you need the environment.
And then we went to this amazing pub, the Irish, it was the Red Rose Irish pub where, I mean, dude, I was getting so many flashbacks to Irish pubs going into growing up. You could tell this is just like a community staple. Great vibe. People are singing in the middle of the bar. And then I got to teach this kid some D-line moves. Check this out.
He has no idea what just happened. The push-pull is a shocking move.
He still didn't really have it down.
Because you did it right. When you do it right, the push-pull is just like, what the fuck just happened? Yeah. And that's what you just did to that kid. That kid just happened like, holy shit. Ninja just put his hands on me.
Hold on, I'm going to send another one. Check out this guy singing.
When the dawn is breaking, my heart is breaking too. On this dark morn as I walk out, my thoughts will be of you. So gracious, hold me in your arms and let this moment linger. They'll take me out at dawn and I will die. With all my love I'll place this wedding ring upon your finger.
Now that's a bar. God damn, that was fun. It was a blast. Well done, Boston. I was going back and forth on whether I was going to sing a song. The only Irish song that I really know is one that I sing to the girls. It's from Ballad of Buster Scruggs.
Tell me it.
You want to hear it?
Yeah.
God damn. As I was a-walking down by the lock.
Went into a character here.
As I was a-walking one morning of late.
Okay.
Who should I spy but my own dear comrade, wrapped up in flannel, so hard is his fate. I boldly stepped up to and kindly did ask him, why are you wrapped in flannel so wide? My body is injured and sadly disordered.
I can relate.
All by a young woman, my own heart's delight. Oh, had she but told me when she disordered me, had she but told me of it at the time, I might have got salts or pills of white mercury. Now I'm cut down in the height of my prime.
Oh, no.
Get 6 pretty maidens to carry my coffin. 6 pretty maidens to bear up my pall, and give to each of them bunches of roses, so they may not smell me when they go along. And then I say, good night, Wyatt. And then I will leave.
Dude, that left me speechless. Jason, when the fuck did you ever learn that?
I like singing to the girls at bedtime. I'm a big fan of telling stories. Here's the thing. There are so many fucking kids books. And I'm going to be honest.
Tell me it. Tell me your honest opinion of them.
Here's the honest opinion. Every rundown schmuck with a fucking typewriter can make a children's book these days. And I don't think that everybody should be having children's books. I'm into the Dr. Seuss's, the freaking Three Little Pigs. I like the stories that have survived a long time, and there's a reason for these iterations existing. I don't need to know about the fucking pink cupcakes. I don't need to fucking, give me the Caterpillar book. I like the Caterpillar book when I was growing up.
Was a banger, yeah.
What is it, Carl or whatever? I'm out on a lot of the newer children's books. What you're doing when you're reading kids books is your brain, you're hardwiring the software upstairs, right?
Okay.
So when you're telling The Boy Who Cried Wolf, you're trying to correlate, hey, lying makes people not trust you, and eventually that's a bad thing to do.
Yeah.
And here's a story that correlates why you shouldn't do that. And it ends up really bad for him. He gets all of his sheep eaten because he couldn't fucking, tell the truth.
Yeah.
Yeah, right?
Get anyone to believe him, yeah.
So a lot of times I just end up telling those stories, or I make stories up that are off of those old stories.
The man. If we had a recorder for those ones, man, fuck.
Dude, one night, Because sometimes the girls will tell me they want like one of their stuffed animals in the story, or like they want to be in the story themselves.
Yeah.
And I'm like, all right, I'm about to do Pinocchio. And Ellie's like, oh, put, I forget what stuffed animal it was. Put Slothy in the video, or put Slothy in the story. I was like, okay, right. One night, Ellie wished upon a star. And Slothy
so magical
came to life. And her eyes went just... and she didn't move. And she was just holding the stuffed animal. And I got through I had like a Jiminy the Cricket figurine. I had a whole conscience thing going on and everything. The only thing after the story, Ellie was just so terrified that she was holding.
This is so good.
Kylie was furious. She's like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
She said put her in the story.
So anyways, while I do that, I also, if I hear a tune or a song that I like, I like to sing.
You remember it?
Those, yeah.
Nice. Well, you're a great dad for that. That's awesome stuff.
Should we start the podcast yet?
I'm just going to leave it like this. I'm not cutting a goddamn word out. It's going to be... We're going free form this week, folks. Is there structure? Not really.
Subscribe on YouTube, Wondery Plus, wherever you get your podcasts, and follow the show on all social media at New Heights Show with 1S for fun clips throughout the week. Jason, why don't you tell everybody what we actually have coming up on the show?
Alrighty, we've been talking for over an hour and a half already, but coming up on this episode, 92%ers, you're going to hear a little recap from Thanksgiving week in the NFL, talk about the Fat Guy Fight Club that we started at the link, and
Shit.
We've also got George fucking Clooney on the show today. What? How about that?
George Clooney?
Gonna be 3 Bearcats on this podcast later.
Oh, little do they know.
We claim him. We're
claiming. You kidding? I don't care if it's for a week and he dropped out.
I don't even care if he just got accepted, but he never took a class. He's a Bearcat. All right, before we get into that, let's start with what we always start with, and that's a little bit of that new news. New news is brought to you by Xfinity.
Ooh, nice.
Xfinity is bringing us new news, and the first part of new news, we got a belly bucking champion. That's right. We had our first belly bucking tournament at the link this past Black Friday game in the New Heights tailgate, and No Shirt Dom came out victorious. He almost lost. We were kind of making up the rules as a win. It was a tight ring. Initially, it was like if you just stepped outside the ring,
There's got to be
out.
belly bucking rules somewhere online.
So the ring was tight. Initially, it was like if you take one step out, we're gonna end the match.
Yeah.
But it was people were taking steps out all the. We ultimately was like, okay, if you get 2 feet out of this thing completely, then the round's over.
Man, I feel bad for anybody that lost with 1 foot out.
Nobody lost with 1 foot out.
Oh,
that's the thing. It was very apparent from the first one. It's like, okay, we can't do that. It became apparent who won each time. And No Shirt Dom, he had a nice sidestep. At one point, it looked like he was going to lose. And he kind of like readjusted and kind of got his belly back into it.
That a boy.
Yeah, I mean, go figure. You know, a guy that is committed to not wearing a shirt wins the belly bucking competition. He's very belly positive individual. We also had Jeffrey Lurie stopping by.
Oh.
Yeah. Andrew Whitworth stopping by.
Wit. Nice.
That's right.
Guy once had a belly, no belly anymore.
That's right. Well, yeah. He's still barrel chested like a motherfucker, though. He's still got that chest on him.
Yeah.
We signed a copy of somebody's Twilight. That's right. Book. And yeah, we got some 92%ers that asked some no dumb questions. I think I would redo the no dumb questions, Brandon, for our next iteration of tailgating or really just going out with fans. I think we got to bring the no dumb questions to the fans. It was hard to get them to think of them on the spot.
Yeah.
I like the idea of like, let's go in there with a predetermined kind of things we want answered.
Put them on the spot where they don't get to think about this.
You tell us how many holes a straw has, and I'll tell you why you're a fucking idiot.
Note taken.
But the 92%ers are great.
Wow, you actually have a notepad?
Intern Brandon is always.
Why didn't everything, I came with a computer. I don't have a notepad. I want a notepad. Oh, I got a computer. There you go. You just
Why would I do a notepad when I have this?
Jason, you got a little bit of a belly bucking in there. You want to tell everybody what the?
I'm not gonna lie. I did kind of make the belly bucking competition just so there was something that at one point I knew I would eventually get in there and get in the belly action, little belly on belly. Me and No Shirt Dom. So this is No Shirt Dom right here. He was our champion. We decided to have a little friendly one. The only thing that wasn't really a bucking. That was an offensive lineman, duck walk. get the hips in there. I wish it would have been more of the bucking action. I don't think Dom was ready for it.
There wasn't much thrust in there.
But it was fun. I think
Nice.
that helmet was was cutting off the circulation in my brain.
Yeah. All right. Well, fun. What did you think was the technique of the bucking? What was the best technique you saw? Because in the video that we saw, there was a lot of thrust. Was it more just like a bulldozer deal, or were guys trying to get leverage?
Well, that's what I kind of mean. I feel like when if you would have gone back to then thrust and that person stayed into you, when you went back, you were going to go backwards. So it felt more like guys were kind of like getting their hips and bellies stuck to each other and then just kind of pushing.
That's not a buck. You got to buck.
I know. I'm kind of with you.
See, you got to lay that law.
I don't know how to enforce that though, Travis.
You got to lay that law.
I don't know how to enforce it.
If you're not thrusting, you're Augustin.
You got to thrust.
Let's see it.
Yeah.
Let's see it. Ooh, there's a buck.
My man,
get up in there. See, this is why you need to grab.
My man Brendan was trying
holsters.
He
You
was
got to grab
trying
those
to buck.
holsters. You got to grab those holsters. You got to put hands in the pocket.
Yep.
I get why the original video showed a lot of that.
Yeah, that's good technique though by Dom. That's good.
He's using shoulders. That's why I like hands behind the back.
Well, you can still shoulder with your hands behind your back.
Yeah, but you can't like fucking keep them right here.
You can't like roll it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. It's a good point.
Finally, we're teaming up with Amazon as a part of their holiday giving initiative. That's right. We're in the holiday season. How about it, man? It's December. We're supporting an organization that is incredibly close to our hearts. That's right. Operation Breakthrough in Kansas City has been an organization that I've been a huge fan of and huge supporter of since I've been in Kansas City.
That's right. Amazon is working with an incredible organization across the country to support local communities by providing essential items, books, toys, and gifts to families who need them during the holidays. And we're honored to be highlighting Operation Breakthrough because of all the work they do every single day in the Kansas City area. For those of you that don't know what Operation Breakthrough is, Operation Breakthrough is kind of like a school teaching these kids all of these trades and skills and things that they can be ready to go into the workforce for straight out of high school. Some of them even are entering it while they're in high school. It also supports their families. Like there's food, there's
and that's where it originally started. It was originally started for the families and the kids that needed it around the Kansas City community, and they help with meals that go home to these families. Not only is it like an actual school, but it has after school care for the kids. And during this after school care, they get opportunities to learn and these extracurricular activities that they get to kind of latch onto. And that's where I've been able to help support it with the foundation that I have on help giving them those skills like STEM lab skills, science, technology, engineering, math, all these different avenues that they can go down and really experience and latch onto and see if they love them. And that's what the beauty of this organization is it's giving these kids something that they wouldn't have otherwise. And it's awesome to, have Amazon team up with them as well as New Heights.
Yeah, I mean, Trav, you've been involved with Operation Breakthrough for a long time in Kansas City. I recently just got involved last year. I've been to like the car show before, Kelce Car Jam, which Operation Breakthrough is a part of that as well. But recently they're converting an old pickup truck to electric. The students and the faculty there at Mind Drive and at Operation Breakthrough.
Oh, yeah.
Converting an entire vehicle to electric diesel hybrid.
I was going to say it's a hybrid. I was going to see if you even knew this. So actually it's going to get more miles to the gallon per se or the battery, because it's going to be able to fuel the battery to recharge itself in a sense, and you'll get longer mileage, which is it's a lot of bing going on in my mind. But these kids and the adults that are helping and
shout out to
guiding,
Oz.
Shout out to Oz and everyone over at Operation Breakthrough. But
NFL star Travis Kelce is taking notes ahead of his wedding to pop sensation fiancé Taylor Swift. The Kansas City Chiefs icon, who proposed to the singer in August, took relationship advice from Hollywood icon George Clooney on the latest episode of New Heights. The actor revealed the secret to avoiding rocking the boat with his respective other, as he insisted that he and his wife, lawyer and human rights activist Amal Clooney, have not argued in a decade. "You claim you and your wife haven't gotten in a fight in 10 years. Are you lying?" Travis asked the Oscar winner, who appeared as the latest guest on the Tight Ends podcast with his brother Jason. Clooney hilariously fired back, putting Travis in the hot seat as he responded, "No, I'm not lying. Should we ask you the same question? Well, it's only been 2.5 years and you're right, I haven't gotten in an argument. Never once, Travis insisted of his romance with global icon Swift. The blockbuster actor went on to reveal the real reason that he and his wife, who tied the knot in 2014, are rarely embroiled in marital spats. Honestly, obviously neither of us are going to win the argument, so why get in it? He questioned. That's a smart man, said Jason, the Philadelphia Eagles legend. What's the secret? Just staying out of the argument altogether, dude. I'm 64 years old, what am I going to argue about at this point? Clooney replied. You know, I met this incredible woman who's beautiful and smart and stands for all the important things that I believe in, he touchingly added. I can't believe how lucky I am, so what am I going to fight about? Damn, that's a good one, Travis chimed in as Jason claimed he would be stealing that one. You can use that one if you want, Clooney joked, as Travis added, I'm just taking notes this whole time. Travis and Swift got engaged in August with the football star popping the question in a romantic, floral setting after transforming the backyard of his Missouri mansion into a fairy tale backdrop. The A-list couple is said to have already begun tentative wedding planning with the site of their nuptials already locked in. Back in September, an insider told Daily Mail that the Lovebirds have chosen her sprawling $28 million Rhode Island mansion as the venue for the ceremony, and pricey renovations are now underway. Earlier this month, Swift's A-list bridesmaids were revealed ahead of the nuptials, with BFFs Gigi Hadid and Selena Gomez claimed to be among the bridal party. The couple have shared a number of romantic moments, with Travis jetting out to support the songstress during the European leg of her Eras tour last year, which included an amorous pit stop in Lake Como, Italy. Me and Tay danced around Lake Como for a little while, I loved it out there, Travis said when asked by Clooney about the getaway. Travis then joked that the actor, who has a home on the lake, was a stop on the on-water tours of the area, which is a celebrity haven. George, who exchanged vows with Amal in 2014, went on to explain his perspective. You know, neither of us are going to win the argument, so why get in it? I'm 64 years old, what am I going to argue about at this point? He said. I met this incredible woman, you know, she's beautiful and smart and she stands for all the most important things that I believe in the world. And I can't believe how lucky I am, so what am I gonna fight about? Travis and Jason, 38, were both impressed by George's answer. I'm taking notes this whole time, big guy, you don't even know, Travis teased. The NFL athlete's relationship with Swift, 35, began in 2023 after he revealed on his podcast that he tried giving her a friendship bracelet with his phone number on it at one of her Eras tour shows in Kansas City, to no avail. Swift was later spotted at a Chiefs game that fall, confirming their relationship. We actually had a significant amount of time that no one knew, which I'm grateful for, because we got to know each other, Swift told Time magazine in her 2023 Person of the Year profile. By the time I went to that first game, we were a couple. I think some people think that they saw our first date at that game. We would never be psychotic enough to hard launch a first date. After 2 years together, the couple announced their engagement in August. The pair have stayed tight-lipped when it comes to their wedding plans, but a source exclusively told Us Weekly in September that the celebration is likely going to be early next year. Taylor is having so much fun researching venues and locations, the source added. She's in the ideation phase and enjoying it because she's so creative. Swift got another shout-out during Wednesday's podcast as George asked Travis about spending time in Lake Como, Italy. The couple were spotted on a dreamy European getaway in May 2024. Oh yeah, me and Tay danced around Lake Como for a little while. Man, I loved it out there, Travis said, joking that George's home can easily be spotted on the lake. Everybody is so lovely out there, man, every morning I was throwing my shoes on and running up and down the water. We had gloomy days, we had beautiful days. Every single day was just a new epic realization of what's really around the world. I had never even imagined that place, you know, in my dreams. The fate of Ophelia Hitmaker and the NFL star aligned their strategy about their public appearances at Chiefs games with their decision to keep their personal life private. The president of Kelce's team, Mark Donovan, revealed that he promised the Super Bowl champion to respect the couple's boundaries, saying, "I told Travis, look, we are going to treat you and your relationship with the same respect that we treat any other player or coach's relationship." On the Up Adams show, Donovan went on to share that the Grammy winner never appears on the stadium broadcast, the way press cameras capture her. It's a relationship.